Masha and the Bear. Chapter 3. Don't sit down. I can see you. Do you remember Masha and her plan? Well, the moment has come. That morning, very early, before the bear wakes up, Masha gets up without making a sound. She goes to the basket of pies, moves the ones on top aside, and climbs in herself, right to the bottom. She is small and nimble, so she fits perfectly. Then she places the pies back on top, covering herself well. "Mr. Bear!" her voice calls out, as if it were coming from some corner of the cabin. "Everything's ready, but please don't open the basket on the way. The pies go stale in the forest air." The bear grunts, hoists the heavy basket onto his broad back, and sets off on the path to the village. The basket is very heavy. The bear begins to tire. He stops beside an old tree stump covered in moss and thinks about sitting down.
"I'll stop for a rest and eat a little pie,"
he mutters, reaching his enormous paw towards the basket. "Don't sit down! I can see you!" shouts Masha from inside. The bear jumps with fright. He looks behind him, looks to either side, looks all the way up to the treetops.
"Goodness me! What sharp eyes that girl has!"
he mutters, shaking his great head.
"She can see me all the way from the cabin."
And on he goes. Further along, beside a stream where the water sounds fresh and clear, the bear stops again. His back aches and his stomach growls. Once more, he reaches his paw towards the basket. "Don't sit down! I can see you!" The bear snorts, his eyes wide.
"I don't believe it," he says. "This girl has eyes everywhere."
And he carries on walking without daring to stop. A third time, now close to the village, the bear pauses under a huge oak tree. His legs are trembling with exhaustion. He looks at the basket from the corner of his eye. "Don't sit down! I can see you!"
"She's got eyes in the back of her head,"
grumbles the bear, and he doesn't try to stop again. He arrives at the village with his tongue hanging out. He sets the basket down at the door of the grandfather's little house, and, at that very moment, the village dogs begin barking so fiercely that the bear, frightened, turns on his heels and runs back towards the forest, like a big, clumsy shadow swallowed up by the fields. The grandfather hears the barking and opens the door. He looks at the basket, puzzled. He lifts the lid, and there, among the pies, a rosy little face appears, with cheeks dusted in flour, as if someone had sprinkled them with snow. "Grandpa!" cries Masha, leaping into his arms. The old man hugs her so tightly he almost squeezes the breath out of her. In his eyes there shine tears of relief and joy, the kind you can't hold back, and don't need to either. And from that day on, Masha never strays from her friends again when they go picking mushrooms and raspberries. Well, almost never, because we all know what Masha is like, the girl with cheeks like apples and eyes that never stay still.